Can't hear you, Nate.
All right, look at that. See, you got to
Hey
unmute yourself.
there.
And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate all things sports across the world. Everyone is looking at the Olympics. Not everyone, but a couple 100 million people are watching, and you may be watching. And I'm addicted to the Olympics every time. And right as we're recording this, I think they're getting ready to do these. Simone Biles and Suni Lee are going after the all around, and hopefully they win and do a little better than the men yesterday in the gymnastics. I'm wearing my PayProTech, wrong side there, PayProTech branded U.S. flag hat, and I am bringing in on office hours. Jenny is not able to be with us today as she is off, but Mr. Mike Stetzel. Mike, are you an Olympic fan? And if so, I haven't even asked this question, what's your favorite sport or sports?
I would say I'm an Olympic fan. I'm probably not as avid as you, but women's gymnastics is probably the thing I would follow the most closely. There's some number one. There's some great storylines outside of just the competition, even with just Simone Biles, and I just think to get to that level and be able to compete at that level. We actually have a partner who went to the Olympic, not the Olympic trials, but the national championships for NCAA, and he was one spot away from going to Olympic trials, which is 18 people, and then they take three from that. So that's where the numbers just go so tight. And I just don't know how you maintain that level for that period of time. But it's been interesting to talk to him. I talked to him the other day, and I said, obviously, it didn't go the way you wanted it to. I wouldn't be seeing you right now in this meeting, but he was close, and so just he's an elite athlete still. It's just fascinating to watch.
It is. I love it. And today we're going to talk, Mike, and I created this a little bit myself. We're going to talk about how you can get your bronze, silver, and gold with PayProTech, because that's what we're talking about here in 2024. If you're watching this in the future, I chose things that are going to be applicable in the future. So if you're watching this 6 months down the road, don't worry. You can still get your bronze, silver, and gold, even though the Olympics is over and already the U.S. has won another record amount of medals. I'm predicting it and putting it into the future. But we're going to give you a few tips, and I'm going to start us out with our bronze medalist. And if you want to be a bronze medalist at PayProTech, then absolutely you need to do this. And I got to get my slide to go forward. There we go. You need to start asking for referrals. This is something that I
Amen.
don't think we do often enough. In fact, I know we don't. Because one, we often think we continue to grow our funnel by the way we started to grow our funnel. So we may, and some of you who are starting out, this may be something you want to think about here in 6 months if you don't have any new merchants. But if you have merchants and you keep jumping, you set one up, they get them on their processing, and you set it and forget it, Mr. Ronco, and you keep moving forward and you don't go back and talk to them. And we'll talk about making sure and checking in on them and making sure that your reputation is what you want to be. That's going to be something that comes involved in some of the other medals. But I think one of the best things you can do to grow your pipeline, if you have 20 merchants, go back to those 20 merchants, ask how they are, and then ask for the referral. They know other business owners. They know other people who are doing processing. And if your reputation isn't strong enough to be able to ask for a referral, then we have other issues. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But Mike, I know that often and way too often we're just not asking for these referrals because our mind
Absolutely.
jumps, okay, I did this by calling on 10 merchants, so I'm going to go call on another 10 merchants that I've never met before. And we forget that behind us, the best way for us to add new merchants is to work with our current merchants and help that. Our best business is our current business and helping that grow. And a lot of that can be done by referrals. And let's get on the platform, get a bronze medal. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's great, and I think you're right. We maybe we become shy. Maybe we don't want to talk to that person. But hey, you know what? If I've done a good job for you, man, is there anybody I could go talk to and say, hey, John sent me to talk to you because we've got a great relationship. Just ask, and there'll be times this is going to happen. This is going to work, and it is so fun to see that happen for yourself. And I see it with agents all the time. Hey, man, I just got a lead. So and so called and said John down at the auto parts store referred me. I'm like, that's great. It's easy. Anyway, I think I am supposed to talk about the silver medal now.
Yeah.
Um, Another, little extra you can do
Silver medal.
here at PayProTech. We all say, oh, I love Pay Anywhere. I use a Pay Anywhere smart terminal. That's what I give all my merchants. Or I use a Desk 3500. What about branching out? And it doesn't have to be for everyone, but let's say you have a cash discount merchant, dual pricing, edge. We'll speak about it however we need to, but try a Valor terminal, try a Deja Vu terminal. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't, and that's fine. You know what? We can send it back and get you the one you like. But branch out so you have experience, and someone says to you, I don't mind this Pay Anywhere terminal, but you know, gosh, is there something that I can get that has some buttons on it? And yes, there's a Pay Anywhere terminal you can get with that on there. But you know what? There is another terminal you can get using Valor that has buttons on it. It's a VL100. So just think there are other things out there. If you go to mypayprotech.com, go to the menu and go to Equipment General. On that page, there is a matrix that we created showing you what each of our terminals' capabilities are. So just go in there, look around. It'll show you if it's a free terminal or not, and then call one of us if you have questions. It just helps to be educated. Branch out, start asking people if they would like to learn more about a point of sale system for their business that might help them be more efficient, save money, earn more money.
Yep. And
Try something.
you'll be a silver medalist. And I think just like the athletes who are jumping in the pool in Paris or they're playing ping pong, every day they need to do something to stretch themselves, to make themselves slightly better, to give themselves a little bit of a competitive advantage so they have a chance to get on that podium. And the same thing goes for our PayProTech partners. You need to stretch yourself and don't get into the rut of always doing the same thing, because eventually it will start to turn and curve. And if you'll just start seeing, oh man, I can't get to close as many deals with this offer, with this product, with this solution. And so try something new, whether it is a Valor or Deja Vu, or you jump in with the POS Pros or all those things. Reach out to your relationship managers, go to My PayProTech, just like Mike said, and you can win the silver medal. And to win the gold medal, we are going to get extremely excited about it, and the cheers will come in. And this one has been kind of in my head the last couple of weeks. If you don't know what your merchants think about you, then and you don't know your score, it's like Simone Biles finishing up on a floor exercise and just walking off and saying, I don't care what score they give me. I'm done. I'm going to go out and have dinner with Jonathan Owens and fly back or whatever. No, we want to know our score. We want to know what people are thinking about us. It's not exact parallel, but we want to know what our merchants are thinking. And this, because reputation matters, and it matters even more in business than it does in gymnastics. In gymnastics, it matters for that day. Certainly, it sets your legacy. But what your merchants are thinking about you, feeling about you right now means whether they may start thinking about going somewhere else here soon and working with someone else, whether they may be thinking about, referring you like as a bronze medalist you're going to be able to do. You want to make sure you know your score. And at PayProTech, we know this because eventually your reputation matters even digitally. And one of the things we're working on in August, we need 200 Google reviews to help with some of our partners who haven't had the greatest reputation, have sold under our name, haven't done the best things. We've done everything to make it right. I can guarantee you that. One thing I can promise is that our support team comes in and makes it right for the merchants. But a lot of times these merchants were treated poorly by some partners that we are choosing not to do business with, or and you guys are independent contractors, and sometimes it doesn't go the way. But I want to repair some of that. So here's what I'm asking. I am asking for a score. I want to know, one, how are we doing as a partners? This is for treating as partners. And then I would love if you go to the link in the YouTube, or you can just Google us and do a Google review, not a merchant review. Talk about what we do to help you out as partners. And I know we have hundreds and hundreds of happy partners, and go and submit a review. And I would really appreciate that, because we want to up that score in our Google reviews. We want to know our score. We know that 2 I think it is 9 right now, or I don't remember what I'm going to look at that doesn't represent us. And we want to know our score. We believe we're somewhere between a 4 and a 5. We're not a 5 because we haven't hit perfect, but we're certainly trying every day, and we'd like to know that score and improve it. That would be very helpful. But for you to be on that gold medal, so you also should be feeling that from your partners. If you sell into your own brand, you should be managing your Google business reviews, your Facebook reviews, whatever. There are other review systems you can do. I focus on Google first, and then I'll move to other things. But number 2, but just having that reputation management where you're reaching out and knowing what people are saying about it. We often call it the net promoter score. What do they feel? Because we want them to be able to, and it really is a cycle. If you're doing this and you're winning the gold, you're going to be able to also win a bronze later, because you're going to get those referrals, because you know what people feel about you. Those are things that are just very important. And the Olympics reminds me that our scores, they we always say they don't define us, but they kind of do. If people think that we're a 1 out of 5 and they're not going to refer us, and the most likely if a shinier object comes in, they're going to switch business. And if they're not processing dollars with you, you're not making money. We're not making money. So know your score, know what people think about you, manage your reputation, and then we're going to all be on the platform at the end and getting our medal. We'll probably do some more medal stuff next week. But now, Mike Stetzel, I didn't tell you, so I'm giving you the 3-second man, the final word for office hours during the first week of the Olympics. Next week, we'll record again. We'll be in the Olympics. We'll probably do something Olympic themed. But Mike, what is your final word for today, August 1st, 2024?
Great idea today to discuss Olympics. It's really gotten me actually more in the spirit. And the other thing, swimming. That's the other thing we've missed for the ladies in our conversation. Katie Ledecky and company. Just this whole thing just instills a lot of pride in me. And take some time and watch this and feel the pride. Again, back to what I said, the amount of work that goes into becoming this kind of an athlete. Show some appreciation for that. And you know what? Get out there and earn your medals. And as always, we are here to help. Jenny's not here. She'll be back next week in the office. Always glad to help either one of us.
Awesome. On behalf of Mike Stetzel, my name's Nate Manahan. This has been Office Hours. Go watch a little Olympics. Go out there and make sure that you are asking for referrals. Make sure you're trying something new in the PayProTech world today, and then know your score. And mostly, thanks for being part of the PayProTech team and family. Let's go out there and have another great day. Have a great August. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.